Welcome to the show today, guys. I want to let you know that I have some tour dates. If you want to see me in the live space, visual, real time, they call it IRL. Jacksonville, Florida, February 2nd, I'll be there. St. Petersburg, Florida, February 3rd. Orlando, Florida, February 5th. Lafayette, Indiana, February 24th. Rockford, Illinois, February 25th. Chicago, Illinois, February 26th. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, that's sold out now. May 6th. We may add one there. And then Los Angeles, California at the Wiltern, May 7th. That is all Return of the Rat Tour. You can grab those tickets. Are on sale now. TheoVon.com/tour. Today's guests are two men who are from another country, and they left their country. I'm not sure why exactly, but that's what they did, and we're very happy to have them here today. They are one of the greatest selling artists of all time, of modern time, of all BC or AD, Mr. Robbie Williams and comedian Mark Hayes.
Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song. I will sing it just for you.
Yeah, what's the most fancy thing that you bought for yourself?
What's the most fancy thing that I ever bought for myself? Bought a really big house. I bought a really, really big house. Like, because I had a place that I would say was like quite humble for me.
Yeah, looking back.
Yeah, and that was like a mansion.
Yeah.
It was like a mansion in Beverly Hills in a gated community, and
Wow.
it was. But then I just was like, I want to put my foot down on this and Elton John it. Bought a place in Beverly Hills that's 20 acres.
That you have right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
20
damn,
acres.
You'd be rich, dog.
20 acres, 30,000 square foot.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, that's 20 acres. Jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, you could. Are there rooms that you haven't been in months?
I've got 27 toilets.
That's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
But let me tell you the thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So the thinking is this. Let me push this back. So you make some money,
Yeah.
and then you want to keep that money,
Right.
and then you want to do things that you understand. And I don't understand much. So I genuinely, and you've got all these stocks and shares and investments that you can make. I don't understand them.
Right.
What do I understand? I understand bricks and mortar.
Right.
So if I have some bricks and mortar, and the stock market and everything goes to hell in a handbasket, it still exists. The
Right.
bricks and mortar will be there. So I took the money out of the investments and invested it into bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
And bought this place, 20 acres, 30,000 square foot, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, I did a grown-up thing.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of myself. And then you go, right, okay. What you don't take into consideration is 20 acres needs tending in Beverly Hills.
Oh yeah.
So you need 2 gardeners. And then...
that's where I come in.
And yeah,
Really?
hold on though. So then you've got your insurance for the house. So the insurance on the house because of the fires is $700,000.
Wait, so the insurance because of fires is $700,000 a year?
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. And then you have your house tax thing each year, which is $400,000. So basically, what you don't take into consideration when you're buying bricks and mortar, especially in California, is that, okay, so you need 2 gardeners, 3 housekeepers, a house manager.
Wow.
I have security,
Oh, yeah.
2 nannies.
It's for you.
Yeah, just for me.
Yeah.
So then what? So basically, what I'm saying is you can't win anyway because you know the tax of actually the life tax,
Right.
the head tax,
Right.
of having a property that big. You just can't enjoy it. 'Cause you come down.
Laugh off the mic a little. Sorry, it's good.
You come downstairs and you see 11 cars parked in your car park outside, and they all work at yours.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm basically wandering around a super yacht on land.
Oh.
So it's sort of like it's like a super yacht drain, but on land.
Why? Because you constantly just see the money going by, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you just see, I walk down and
Everything looks like an expense, kind of?
Well, I walk into the kitchen today and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people.
What?
And none of them are my family.
Damn, brother.
Do you know what I mean? And they're all doing a job for me. And so it's just like, you know, like an old taxi where you just sort of like watching the cash go up and up and up.
Oh.
Yeah, even earlier when I walked in, how many people were like cooking food?
There was 8 people in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Not including us and the 4 kids.
Yeah. That's why I was like, it feels homely here. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's so many people and like the food was cooking.
Oh, that's nice.
So my big expense
Yeah.
is on people that work for me.
Right.
I'm not a big sort of needless. For example, if I want a like bling watch, I'm like, love hip hop, I want a bling watch too.
Mm-hmm.
I then get in touch with the company and see what I can do for the company to get the watch for free.
Oh, I see. So you like to save money in some senses. I don't know what that is. That's what we.
Anyway, back to what we were talking on the way in.
That's the level of money I'm willing to spend on a studio, is one where you have to hear something in the distance every bit.
Anxiety. So what's going on?
I don't know, man. I think I just get overwhelmed. I don't like being like a boss. I don't like having, like, once comedy kind of started to turn more also into podcasting, you have to, like, you know, help get things done and make sure that everything runs smoothly, and it just becomes a bit like, I think it just starts to exhaust me. I don't get to be as creative, you know? So when I'm listening to you say that you have help and people are helping you, I'm like, that really perks my ears up, because I'm like,
but then you just have another level of problems. Before you got anxiety about being the boss, you were anxious about something else.
yeah,
So you're just swapping problems.
yeah, yeah.
But mine sounds like a better problem than
Yeah,
yours.
it does. Yeah. Yours
Yeah.
has a fountain out front of it.
Yeah. No, my problem does feel better than yours.
Yeah.
I win.
Who's got better problems? That would be almost a great game show. It's just like somebody's like, I've got Down syndrome, and somebody else is like, I've got anxiety, and people vote in the crowd.
I'd be like, I have diarrhea.
Came up,
Like,
boo.
yeah.
Yeah. I got a paper cut. I chafed a nipple.
But here, do you know when you
Yeah, I
were
wore a
growing up,
sharp shirt.
there was no anxiety when you were growing up, was there?
Yeah, was there or not?
No, you didn't know it was anxiety.
Yeah.
Basically, you're just on high alert all of the time, because I'm from not a lot of money. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm from a rough area. And
Like Billy Elliot.
Exactly like Billy Elliot. Yeah, like Billy Elliot.
I love that movie.
So there's no anxiety, but like I thought that when I was growing up, I had like a psychic ability to know that there was going to be trouble. I thought that it was like, I've got this inbuilt radar that detects trouble. But actually what it is you're around sociopaths and psychopaths, so you're actually scared all of the time.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, all of the time.
Living in fear.
Just living in fear all of the time. And like my wife, who's from Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
she's had an ensuite all of her life.
Oh,
I'm from a place where we had a bath on Sunday, and I was a third in the bath after my mother.
Third in the water, huh?
Third in
you
the
collecting,
water.
Yeah, you freaking collecting coins at that point, brother.
My grandma, right? My grandma
First in.
didn't have a indoor toilet
Oh.
until 1983.
really?
Yeah,
Just out in the alley?
out in the yard.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's almost hot. She could have an OnlyFans now, dude. That's what's crazy.
yeah.
Is that now that so? But that's so your
What,
family.
grandma's toilet?
Somebody would pay for it. I'm sure Colin or Jake, one of these guys would freaking chip in on it. I've seen some pretty dark stuff, I'm sure.
But yeah, so what
So you a lot of fear. So you always felt fear, because one of my first feelings that I ever remember in the whole world is being afraid.
Yeah. My first memory is lucid dreaming that I could fly.
Oh damn!
And then I woke up and nearly threw myself down the stairs.
Didn't like that.
Yeah, but I because I was born in a pub. Yeah. So like
No, really?
we lived in a pub for my first 4 years. So I know that my first memory, I must have been 3 or under, and it was lucid dreaming. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, because I've just been doing a load of talking, and you're just sat there.
We're just sitting here with Robbie Williams and Mark Hayes. I mean, we'll do an intro in the beginning too.
Okay.
And you guys are mates, and you guys are from another country.
Oh yeah, Ireland, England.
2 separate countries.
Two separate countries,
It's all the
yeah.
same to Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, to us, I think it does run together, you know. I feel like America's getting so weird. People are starting to go back. I've been seeing like Mayflowers and stuff, ads on the internet for like the new Mayflower, and it's heading back across to England. I think people are
The Titanic is going home.
a bit cooked, yeah. I think people are willing to take on an iceberg just to maybe change the scope of things.
Here's the thing, though. I think America is so good. No matter how mental it gets, will still come.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because you're just like, you just see Baywatch or you see like MTV. And you're like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I want that.
Yeah, you see
That's me, you know.
one warm tit on a show.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, this is better than a cold tit.
I've lived in LA for 21 years, and I don't know if you have this with LA or you have this at all, but like every 5 years I'll try and leave LA.
Wow.
Something will happen where I'll just get pissed off, and there'll be like a bunch of things or a bunch of people where I'm just like, you've really let me down in only a way that people in Los Angeles can let me down.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then I go, no, I am leaving.
Yeah.
And then I get on the plane and I take all the dogs and the children and my clothes and I land in England and I go, I need to get back. This is shit. Have you had that happen?
All the time.
Have you?
Every time
I've done it. I've done it 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, like I bought a house in the countryside in England.
Wow.
Right, I bought this.
It's a castle, isn't it?
Yeah. Bought this place in the countryside in England, and like, this is our forever home, wife, and we are living here now, and we'll leave those people, dastardly people in Los Angeles, and the children will grow here and will provide memories, and I better not tell her that I hate it and I want to move back. Second night of buying the house, I was like, I don't like it.
Was that
Really?
Was that the English anxiety coming in? Because I get that in Ireland. If I went home and like sat on my couch, I'm like, oh, this is where like I was trying to get away from.
Yeah.
But do you think it's because something feels like simpler there? Does it feel like not like, what are some of the feelings that would make you think that is it too quiet? Is it too simple? Is it too old fashioned? Like, are there things that make you think like,
I think in Ireland it feels a bit restricted, whereas in LA like anything could happen.
There's
Which I like.
opportunity.
Yeah,
You're walking, yeah, and like sometimes it obviously does.
yeah,
Most of the time, obviously, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But in
there's
Los
a chance.
Angeles, you just think, I'm walking around the corner, and Adam Sandler is going to go, we should do a biopic about your life where I play you. And I'm like, yeah, Adam Sandler, that should happen.
It's delusional that everyone of all levels thinks isn't it?
yeah.
There's a guy who's Spider-Man screaming at people. He's like,
I think
the
it
same
used
thought.
to be more like that was a possibility, though. You know, I think it used to. I don't, or that used to be certainly a dream. Do you think that's still? I think maybe in our age that was a dream. Like you're like, yeah, I could walk down the street and like Eric Estrada's gonna walk up, or frickin' you know, I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Lou
like,
Ferrigno.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno, dude. Who I
Yeah.
finally stood behind at a post office one time, and his wife. I think he's deaf. I didn't even know that, which. Makes the whole Incredible Hulk way more messed up, I think, dude. Painting a deaf guy green is insane.
In 21 years of living here, the only thing that has actually happened like that, where somebody walks up to you and offers you something, was I was at Galleria 16 in the Valley, and I was offered the chance to be the Bachelor.
No.
really?
Yeah.
Did they know who you are?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You have that look.
Yeah, maybe it was a while ago. But like the only thing that's ever happened was sort of like you could be the Bachelor.
Yeah. I think a lot that kind of took over where like it was like reality shows. People could get like
Would
the
you be
possibility
the Bachelor?
No.
No, why?
I just would have. I think I'd have. That's a good question. Why I couldn't be the Bachelor, man? I think I would just be kind of scared. I would just be. I don't know. I'd be flirting with the chicks, but then like. I'd be trying to perv out at night probably and like sneak around or something. It would, I don't know. I'd probably get busted, masturbate. You know, it's something bad, something that would make me seem a little bit strange. I think would happen, you know.
Your true self comes out.
Yeah, I think my true self. I think my true self can't help but come out.
Okay, let's pitch that show.
Okay.
But let's pitch it where it's called something else now, but it's the same as The Bachelor, but for pervs.
Okay. Yeah.
What streaming service is it on, or what TV channel is it on? What's it called?
The perv.
The Perv.
Maybe called. Who's Tom Thumb? Isn't it a famous character, Tom Thumb?
Isn't he a fairy tale or something?
Maybe like a peeping Tom, something for peeping Toms, but where they're like doing well.
Maybe you wouldn't be. Maybe you'd be the. Is it Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
Maybe you'd be the presenter of that.
Oh yeah,
and then you wouldn't have to be. You wouldn't have to be the perv.
The perv. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be like the perv wrangler.
The perv wrangler.
Yeah.
I'd be the perv.
Yeah.
I'd make a good perv.
Hey,
You
listen.
would.
Straight after this, Ted Sarandos, hop in the car. We'll go pitch it.
Here we come, Mr. Sarandos.
Back to the England thing.
Yeah.
Take some explaining.
So you get over there. So
This is what happens for me.
Okay.
Right. So at one point in my life, I was ridiculously famous
Right.
in a country that you haven't been to.
Right.
And but ridiculously like Michael Jackson style famous.
right. And how old was he?
Oh, how old was I?
Yeah.
I became famous when I was 17.
Oh man.
Yeah. I joined a boy band when I was 16. The
Yeah.
boy band took off.
Right.
And then when I was 21, I left. And then I had a solo career and sold 80 million albums.
Jeepers.
Hold the record for the most tickets sold in a day for a tour and blah, 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 and all of that business. So this meets with, I'm sober, right? I'm a sober guy.
Right.
But this meets with depression and anxiety and mental illness and extreme fame and extreme success.
Yeah.
And I came to America to promote an album. And I'm over here promoting this album, and I'm in like Milwaukee, and I'm doing a radio station to 8 people at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And like I already have like millions in the bank and a huge following. And like I'm in Milwaukee and I'm depressed and I'm anxious, and there's a guy going, "Gee, Robbie, that was a great performance. I hope we can play your record." And like it's 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. What's this hope I can play your record shit?
Yeah.
And so I'm going around America doing all of this stuff, and I'm like going, hang on. So all of this fame's making me anxious and depressed. And if I go to America, I'm famous in Papua New Guinea if I'm famous in America.
Right.
So this realization's happening as I'm traveling through America, trying to break America. And then I remember doing like a Rock the Vote performance in New York. Like, and I've never voted in my life. And I'm trying to tell the kids to vote. And I'm like, this is not authentic. And then I'm like, hang on, what am I doing here? Why am I trying to break this? Why don't I go and live there, live in an anonymity, and then have a nice life? So the grown-up driving the car made a decision to not promote in America, not do anything. So 21 years ago, I moved here and turned everything down that I was offered in the States.
Like The Bachelor?
Like The Bachelor, yeah. So basically, this is what happens is that I live in anonymity here, and I really, really enjoy that.
Wow.
Then I try to move back to my home country and remember that I have no anonymity there. And that makes me feel anxious and depressed.
Wow.
And then I move back to Los Angeles. So that's basically what happens.
You know, keeping things fresh is tantamount. It's paramount. It's important. It's one of the premier things. And I have trouble keeping things fresh. You know, I'm not that fresh man. I'm not that fresh. If you look at in the crisper drawer in my house, there's nothing in there. You know, I don't really have that much that much that's fresh in my world. But who does is Peloton. One Peloton, that's right. They've got the Bike Plus, but they're freshening things up for the new year. They've got boxing, new music artist series, new daily workout varieties. It's easy to stick to your goals when you freshen them up, when you spray a little bit of that. Imagine it's taking one of your goals and opening its dang mouth and just spraying breath mint in there. Damn. Beautiful. Peloton has a workout for every goal, every day, every mood. De-stress from a long day with 30 minutes of strength, 20 minutes of cardio. Do a quick 15-minute total body workout if that's all you have time for. Stay motivated while having fun with bike workouts, yoga, meditation, dance, cardio, and more. For a limited time, try the Peloton app free for 2 months, then just $12.99 per month. New members only. Visit onepeloton.com/app to learn more. That's 2 months free at onepeloton.com. Offer expires 1/31/22. Terms apply. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know, man, I've had a lot of unmanageability in my brain, and then it's in my life. You know, what starts upstairs in my head ends downstairs in my life. And so I've got to manage that. I've been spending time recently to take more advantage of getting well. BetterHelp can do that for you. They will assess your needs and match you with a licensed professional therapist. They're not joking around. They don't want to waste your time. You'll get thoughtful responses. The service is available for clients worldwide. It is committed to facilitating. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches. Get some help and get a therapist. You can talk to them. You can video Skype with them. Journaling. You could send probably a homing pigeon and come back with them. You're doing good, it'll say. Visit betterhelp.com/THEO. That's betterhelp.com/Theo. Join the over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Special offer for this past weekend listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Theo. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. That's insane, man. What a crazy that Los Angeles would be a place that you would come for comfort, I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Did a lot of rappers, they say that they don't like to live in their hometown because people will kill them, you know? Like a lot of like Lil Boosie was in here and he said he doesn't like to live in Louisiana because people will kill him there because they get jealous and stuff like that. Oh, really? Is there a lot of that kind of stuff in England? Like,
I've never ever said this, but yeah, I had a contract out on me to kill me.
No way.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Never said it publicly ever.
Wow.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Did you put it out for yourself? Was it,
Yeah.
was it PR?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, is it still out?
No.
Does it go away?
Went away.
Jesus.
What happened?
I have friends.
Damn.
Yeah, I have friends. But like, you know, that stuff sort of is the unseen stuff that happens when you become famous.
Because you were being insanely famous, I can't even fathom, you know? Like, I've been over to, like I've spent time around Justin Bieber. That kind of stuff is insane, you know, to see. Some of these UFC guys, it gets pretty insane.
Really?
Yeah. But I can't, because... Did you feel like you needed to escape then? Or did you feel like you were just going... Did you feel like you were leaving England, like you wanted to leave? Or did you feel like you wanted to go somewhere else, if that makes any sense?
Well, there's like a few levels of fame and what it does to you. And the first one is fuck. And there's a couple more I can't remember. But the fourth one is like acceptance. You know, you sort of rally against your privacy being taken away from you, and you rally against it by trying to be normal.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to be normal, but also I'm going to be small so you don't beat me up. I'm a dickhead.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me, and I'm going to go to all the normal places I can't go because people want to kill me. but it takes a while to get to acceptance.
That you can't do it.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
could you go to the shop in England?
yeah, I could with my COVID mask on.
Oh yeah, but you couldn't just like walk down the street and pop in.
No.
Really?
Nah.
It would have caused like, oh fuck.
Well, you know, it's like I have anxiety and I don't like meeting strangers,
Oh yeah.
but like strangers want to meet me.
Yeah.
And I feel really uncomfortable about it. And it's like thinking about it now actually gives me anxiety.
Really?
So it's like it's a trigger. It's like, and also you've got to be the mayor of the best town that anybody's ever visited.
Oh, yeah.
Or else people go, he's one of those famous people that are a dick.
Oh yeah, you got to be the nicest guy every time.
The nicest,
Oh,
and actually,
that's hard.
I hate having my picture taken.
Oh.
I fucking hate it. I hate it with my wife.
Oh yeah.
Like she does Instagram, and I'm just like, the fuck off. No,
Yeah.
like the act of having a picture taken makes me go, ugh. For whatever reason that is.
Well, probably because so much and the Chinese believe this, and I don't really even believe in the Chinese a lot of times, but I believe
that it takes your soul.
Yeah.
It's not the I thought it was like
the Indians.
I thought it was the Indians.
Yeah.
I think that's a made up.
Well, the Chinese borrowed it because I remember I was in China one time trying to take a picture of somebody, and they're like, no. They come up and try to cover the camera. Yeah, they don't want, because like they said, like it captures a little bit of you. So I think it could make sense that after someone has been so like, and I don't want to use the term exploited, but you know, so much of your image and your voice and everything is used for artwork or ambiance or transaction or whatever, that something's got to leave out of your spirit. It seemed like it would. Do you feel that at all? Did you ever?
Well, that it takes a bit of your soul.
Yeah.
Maybe subconsciously that's what it is that makes me feel anxious about it. But what happens in the process is that I'm a chronic people pleaser too.
Yeah.
It's like I want
Me
you
too.
to think that I'm the nicest person that you've ever met, because if you don't and you go away having a bad time having met me, I'll feel really awful.
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time,
That's fucking intense.
but also at the same time, it's like I don't want you to have any time with me at all. So I what I do is I become agoraphobic, but like happily agoraphobic.
And what is agoraphobic? Not like crops or something, huh?
Agoraphobic is like where you're scared.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, it's where you're.
Agriculture.
That's agriculture. Agoraphobic is like where you're scared of going outside.
Oh,
But I'm not scared of going outside. I just don't want to.
yeah.
So, it's either. But I do it also here in Los Angeles, where I'm not known. Is that I'm not bothered to go outside.
Yeah.
I've been outside. I've been outside.
I've been outside.
Yeah.
One thing, if it gets interesting, I think, and if you want to have a bad time, first of all, go see one of Mark's shows. That'll definitely put you fucking
Down the dumps.
Yeah, you'll need to call a janitor to help you. But it's interesting that one of the things that happens is you have, with people, you have the same interaction over and over again, that it gets to be not mundane, because each person is, you know, they're a new soul, and you're, you know, there does become a repetition to it. And sometimes I think, as somebody that's creative, repetition isn't something that makes you feel comfortable, maybe, or that you're like attracted to, kind of. So I think sometimes that can be a little bit strange. Does that make any sense?
Well, there is the repetition, but there's also you being an introvert doing an extrovert's job.
Yeah.
It's like my
yeah.
job is to be an extrovert, but actually why I was taking all of those drugs is to make me feel okay because I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
Is I want to be the life and soul of the party, and I also want to have things in common with everybody, and, you know, but I haven't, because actually what I want to do is just stay in my bedroom all day.
Yeah.
It's crazy that being on stage is the only time probably you get to do both.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Have you got kids?
I don't have no kids, man.
Have you managed that?
I don't know. I just think I can't. I'm not that good at sex. I'm not like like if somebody were picking people for basketball but it was for sex, they'd be like, you know, I'd be the guy at the end that's like, hey, what about me? You know. But I think I just haven't really. I don't know. I think I want.
How old are you?
I'm 41. I'm 40. You looked that up. I'm 40 or 41. I'm 40 or 41.
So what do you think's gonna? I mean, like, okay.
I need to have a family. So I'm
Okay.
trying to get some help right now for like, I got a lot of commitment issues. 41. There you go. Bam.
So,
Do you go to therapy?
Yeah, so I'll go to therapy at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and I'm thinking about going away next month, doing like a couple of week or month men's retreat somewhere to work on like intimacy issues. I just have a lot of like commitment. I just really have a tough time committing.
just fucking do it.
Yeah, I like your attitude.
No, but
I'm
no.
on the other side. Don't do it.
Yeah, this guy is the worst.
Yeah, but he's so unconscious.
Yeah. Oh, he is unconscious.
He's
yeah.
completely and utterly unconscious.
Yeah.
It's like you've stripped away all of your stuff. You're sober, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a sober guy. You don't get the joy of being unconscious. You see your problems and you go, oh, I've got to deal with that. He's dealing with nothing.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
It's great.
He's in the HOV lane. He has nobody in the car with him. Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's not
he's-
even in a car.
He's moving backwards.
Yeah, he's moving backwards. Yeah, he's moving backwards and he's walking backwards.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, he does. That's the thing.
Because,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just thinking it's better to be unconscious.
Oh, he's like a hot dumb girl trapped in a daft man over here. I feel in a way, man, and I say that lovingly, bud.
I say that lovingly too. I say that with like pangs of jealousy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
yeah. To be just happy and just he's the
Oblivious.
happiest guy. I call him sometimes just to get happiness out of him.
Sometimes he told me a funny thing. He goes, the more I get to know you, the sadder it is.
But you're in that predicament where it's like it's bad, but it's not bad enough.
Not bad enough for him, and I don't know if it ever will be.
Yeah, that's it. It just stays above the zone.
Yeah, because like mine is sort of like, break out in handcuffs, lock me up.
Really?
Oh yeah, lose wife, lose kids, lose job,
Oh, yeah.
lose everything.
Oh,
But-
yeah,
but
I wouldn't have that.
You need to get famous so bad things can happen to you.
Oh, it would be bad for him.
It really would.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't got a fucking clue.
He would be busted immediately for something.
Yeah. So you just need a bit of fame. Yeah, you actually just stay where you are. You're good.
Yeah.
Just right in the zone.
Oh, you're in
Yeah.
a perfect spot, Mark. You're always
Yeah.
having fun. He loves chasing the ladies, and the ladies love him somehow. You know,
Yeah, they really do.
it's charm. I think it's
Good looks. Mostly good looks.
charm.
Charm.
It's charm.
It's that Pete Davidson thing. Isn't It?
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's probably good hair.
He looks like Pete Moss Davidson. You know.
What from Culture Club? Oh, no, but who's
Bring
Pete
up
Moss?
Pete Moss. Can you bring it up? PEATMOSS. There you are. Yeah, he's like Pete Moss Davidson. It's just an actual. Yeah, there you go. Look at that preserved forest moss. That's him right there.
That's my hair.
Get a good look at him. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's him.
Is that the reference that you were going for?
Yeah, just kind of a damaged fern.
I take all these as compliments.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I think did you have like a lot of problems with like commitment and stuff like that? Was it hard for you to get a wife? I mean, I'm sure it was easy because
Okay, so it was genuinely the biggest leap of faith to ever make.
wow.
And I could have missed it. And it was a sliding doors moment. And you may have missed the perfect person for you.
It's too late.
No, you stay away.
Well, here's okay.
That
so
guy, he does bad. He's
okay,
bad.
so here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm anxious. I'm depressed. I can't keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
I can't look after myself. How the hell am I going to turn up and be a decent human being for another person?
Right. Exactly.
I'm listening now.
Yeah.
I'll lean in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. It's like, how I can't do this. I can't be the person that I want to be or the person that you need me to be. So I'm not going to bother.
Right.
As it happens, 17 years later, 4 kids later, I am that guy. And I was that guy. And I gave myself the opportunity to be that guy. My beautiful wife gave me the opportunity to be that guy and believed in me.
But did you just say one day, I'm that guy? Did you go to like therapy? Did you do other things you did that helped you get there?
It's like giving up drinking or giving up drugs.
Yeah.
It genuinely is one day at a time. 17 years worth of days later with my wife.
Wow.
I'm in a monogamous relationship with somebody that I really like, who's really cool, really great to look at, really smart and really creative. And you can be that guy.
Yeah.
Me too.
You can't. You can't. You're so far away from being that guy.
Yeah.
It does sound like a big leap of faith.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the biggest, because not only that, she gets half if I'm not that guy.
That's what I was going to say, because then I like to project in the future and be like, yeah, but if it doesn't work, so fuck it. Don't leap.
But if your wife, that's got to be crazy to go to bed at night and know if your wife kills you, she's coming up roses, you know?
I don't even think about that bit. But at the start, it was just like there is.
When you said you're going to be my girlfriend, were you serious about it when you said it to her?
No, I didn't say that. I broke up with her 3 times.
Nice. You were
But
trying to come back.
Yeah, the first 3 times that I broke up with her, she didn't even know. She went back to her house, and then like a flatbed truck turned up with a car on it, and bin bags full of clothes turned up.
No way, really?
Yeah, I was such a pussy. I didn't even tell her that we'd broken up.
You didn't even tell her, damn, bro.
No.
What a savage move.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a very Irish English move.
Yeah.
Like, guess what I got you for Christmas? An apartment.
Yeah, like there you go.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's like, I know guys in Ireland who be like, yeah, I got to dump her, and next they'll come back and be like, we're engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like too weak.
Oh, I think it's most men, or it's hard to just communicate with a woman. It's like looking in the face of like
a puppy.
Yeah.
I'm going to break somebody's heart.
Right.
I didn't have the balls to do it. But I was like breaking hearts left, right, and centre because, I am a man of means with a level of fame.
Right.
So, and not butt ugly.
Yeah.
So I'm like a good package to people.
Right.
And those, so like, it'd be just like
Top shelf.
a girl would come in and go, right, she walks into Pants Down Palace.
Oh, yeah.
And then goes, actually, pause. I'm going to put a pause on this because I want to wife him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you remember you told me that.
So there wasn't a lot of sex happening because girls would just go, this is a good deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
play my cards here.
Yes.
Did you, when in Britain, what time do y'all lose y'all's virginities at, like in the UK? Is it like 10 or 11, or is it 17 like a lot of guys?
maybe.
I say it's 15 to 17.
Wow. And indoors or outdoors, people doing it more?
Usually a field.
Oh, wow.
Well, I was a latch door. What do they call them in America?
Latchkey?
Latchkey kid.
So you had if you was home, nobody else, it was just you.
Well, yeah. So I took the girl back to mine.
Oh.
And then it was like I was like, I can't do that. I'm scared. I can't do this.
Of course.
And then as she was leaving, I saw all of my friends' faces pointing and laughing at me. So like Lino and Giuseppe and Emo and Pete and Tate all going, ah. And I was like, no, I must do this.
Oh, laughing. I thought you were laughing because
No, laughing because I wasn't going to do it.
Oh.
So I go upstairs and I go into my room and it's a single bed. And we can't fit on it.
Oh, yeah.
Only room.
Oh, no way, really?
My mom's.
Bless her heart.
You're a bad man.
Bless her heart, man. What about you, Marky? How'd you get rid of it, huh?
I remember I was grounded, so there was a time crunch. And this girl was like, oh, my friend wants to meet you. Oh, this is bad. I was wearing white jeans. It was at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And I met her like behind a wall, like we were in muck and stuff. It was raining. And she just kept giving me green lights.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going. At one point I was on my knees in muck.
Oh,
Didn't have
God.
a clue what I was doing. Not a clue.
Wow.
I was just like, instead of raining and stuff, and just it happened. But I didn't realize that there was an ending.
That's beautiful.
I just thought you were just doing it, and I was like, okay.
Hold on. So there was no ending for you?
No.
Wow.
Damn.
Because I didn't even know that was a
Mine
thing.
was, yeah, but like mine was over in seconds.
Mine I end sex early.
You tap out.
I am not. Yeah, people doing sex, they start breaking a sweat. I'm like, how would you ever break a sweat, dude? I can start a TV dinner and I am done with sex, but with enough time to fucking be right by
I'd
the
have to
window.
have sex with people I didn't fancy just to have long sex.
Oh wow!
Oh, there. Now we're talking issues.
Yeah.
That was an Irish thing too. You'd fantasize. You'd have sex with your bed, but you wouldn't fantasize about the hottest girl. Is the girl that you would have sex with if no one found out.
So how old were you?
I was, I think, I want to say maybe 15 or something, behind a bowling alley in our town. And you could hear the pins going down inside, give me power.
That's romantic.
I felt like it did anyway, just hearing there, like people in there just
Here's
you
a
hear the
question.
machine
Here's a
come.
question for you.
And people started throwing rocks at us as well, just like in the Gaza Strip or like in the Middle East. And I was just doing what I could, man.
So they started throwing rocks at you because they knew that you were having sex, or was
Yeah, I
it your
think they were-
friends that were throwing the rocks?
Yeah,
at you?
they were excited or they were trying to, cause mayhem or something, or just be a part of it. I think they were jealous. It's like, I can't be there with this rock will, and they would throw a rock over.
Okay, so here's a
Just
question
weird
for you.
kids.
Can you remember the third person that you had sex with?
Can't remember the second.
No, because I remember the second, but I don't know her name.
Oh, wow.
Heard.
Second second person you had sex with.
Can't
Yeah,
even
no
remember
idea.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that is weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
It blacks out.
Yeah. And then third is just like, what?
Could be anyone.
I haven't reached the third person yet.
Yeah.
They could walk up right now and I'd have no idea.
Yes,
you
pleased
know?
very pleased to meet.
Oh, we've met before. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever spoke to your first since?
No, but I put her name in a song of mine, and perhaps I shouldn't have done that because she'll be a mom. And,
Oh, yeah. You're like, you dirty
I
slag.
think I think it depends on the woman. Some women don't mind if you kind of idolize moments like that, or not idolize, but like put them in the memoriams or whatever.
She
I feel
died.
like
Both,
Deborah.
both. I lost my virginity to Deborah. She was in the vicinity. It's Deborah.
There you go.
Was it Deborah that was?
No, it wasn't Deb, man. Deb was willing, though. I know that. Deb is always willing. Is Deborah a name in your country?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I did have sex. One of the first few was Deborah.
That's unbelievable, man.
So,
This guy's shocking, dude. This guy's like a halfway house for your time.
okay.
I feel like.
Question: have you been close to having a committed relationship with somebody?
No.
Never.
I've been in some, but I've just always been like cheating or running around. I just think I have some like complete agitation towards like anything. I don't want to say owning me, but I think things like that feel like they own me, like a relationship or anything saying this is mine.
So now you're a sober person.
Yeah.
Would you do the same thing? Would you cheat on somebody being the Theo that you are now at 41 years old?
I think that's why for the past, I haven't gotten in a relationship in a long time, and now it's been about 4 years, but, because I got to do some work in some of that space, I'm trying to work in SLAA right now, and even just like little things like go 2 weeks without interacting with texting anything with women, just little things like that to try and just get on your own 2 feet, just so I'm not using interactions with women as an outlet for uncomfort. That's what I do. I get a little uncomfortable and then it's like I'll maybe set up a date sometimes. So I want to have things be more meaningful. And I'm going through my steps again right now. So I've had some slips over the pandemic.
Yeah, me too. Oh, right. Yeah, not over the pandemic, but in general. Have you come close to being with somebody that you just think is, she's amazing?
There was a girl I was seeing that was really great. And I think now when I think about her, it makes me feel kind of sad because I didn't really meet her halfway, and because then I feel bad because I kind of monopolized their time, That's what I feel the worst about, I think. Sometimes.
You monopolized their time how?
By knowing I wasn't really ready to have a strong commitment, but letting them believe that I was,
And how long ago was that?
It was probably the last relationship I was in. Honestly been all of them, really. But I think it hurts more the older we get because it's like, people's time is more precious to them.
And also, you think that you're going to have this all sorted in the near future.
Yeah.
And then you walk through the horizon and you're 41.
Yeah.
And it's not sorted. And it's still the problem that it was when you were 24.
Yeah, it's a little better. When I look at Mark, it's almost like like in the movie the Christmas movie where they go look in the window and they see the past.
Yeah.
So that's where I was, kind of.
Happy?
So progress.
Happy in a loop. So there's been some progress, but it's just it's a little bit of stagnation. But you're right. It's like, I thought things would be different where I'm at, and I'm not.
So
different.
you basically have to give the booze up when it comes to sex. You basically have to do the same thing that you did with booze and drugs, but also with sex and the flirting and I don't know how you deal with social media, because I met my wife before Instagram. I met my wife before Facebook. I met my wife before TikTok and all of those things. But like, if I'd have been around then, that would have been an extra thing that I have to unaddict myself from.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's so much
Temptation.
Yeah, it's unreal. You think, I really like this girl, and then just the most unbelievable girl be like, hey, what are you up to?
Yeah, I'll be driving home, trying to get home, and Mark will send me some images of some girl. What about, Donna's going to be there? And I'm like,
I live vicariously through Mark.
I do
He's
too.
Sort of like this one. I'm like, whoa. And he's like, this one.
Yeah.
It's mental.
It's mental. He's mental. I live vicariously through him, and the cops even show up vicariously sometimes, like even just in my visions.
But it is tough. You were saying something there. You're like, you think it's going to be different soon? That's funny, because I always think that too.
What?
Yeah. We walking through the horizon.
Yeah.
You will find yourself in the place that you are.
Yeah. Be like, give it 6 months, and then I'll be ready for it.
Yeah.
And then it's 2 years later, you're like, well, we're still having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
still
ready.
having fun. The fun one, and now especially in LA, the fun is there's always the possibility. Like
Yeah.
You're going to have to be the bachelor.
Yeah, it has to be the bachelor.
Yeah.
And so even if you turn them down, you walk down the street thinking, I'm a bachelor. I gotta.
Yeah.
Somebody wants me to be a bachelor. You go home, you leave your family, and you're the bachelor. But it's true. It's always that temptation out here. There's this weird thing, and you could be at the cleaners here and see like a beauty. It's like
It's
never ending.
What they called you've got to catch them all. You've got to get them all. What they called
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Got to get them all.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like, I'll think I like a girl sometimes, and I'll be like, I should text her. And I swear to God, I'll just be like, shit, what's her name? And I'll just be like, does it begin with C? D. And then in my head, I'm like, come on, I really like this girl.
oh, dude.
And then someone else will text me, and I'm like, okay, it's you.
Yeah, that is a prison to find yourself in.
Yeah.
Is it a prison or an open field?
Well, it's an open prison. It's an open prison that you can leave at any time. But it's if you know that you are going to fall in love or fall in lust with absolutely everything at any given time, it kind of makes sense that you go, oh well, that's me, and this is what's happening. I don't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I find myself a little time. It's or that's where I'm wondering if that's where I'm at. Like, yeah, because I just don't. You think things will be different. Like you're saying, in a few years I'll get there, something will be, and then you get there and you're like, oh. And I'm not a big runaround or anything. Even I just notice that I give into like little things of affection, attention, just little things like that I don't want to. I just don't want the same thing. I want to see if there's a different possibility. Because even at just like, flirting with the girl, or I'll feel uncomfortable. I'll feel like I had a bad, I'll set up a date, let me go on a date. That'll help, so I just want to, but I find myself in spaces where I'm not making myself really available, if that makes sense, because I'm just, the reasons I'm doing stuff aren't motivated always from a place of like, maybe this is or from love or anything like that. They're just kind of motivated from a place of like what feels kind of comfortable, what would be fun, and
See,
sometimes it's just fun.
I met my missus when I'd retired.
Oh,
because
yeah.
things got really sort of
Was it dicey out there for you?
Mentally just completely ill. I'm just like, well, it's my career that's doing this, so I might as well not do my career.
Yeah.
What, we're retired from what?
From the famous.
Oh, I thought
From
you
the
meant
singing.
pumping.
No, from the singing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, from the singing. So like I was retired, and then I met my missus, and we just had 3 years with her of not going out. Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we were just at the house, and it just cemented this thing. And then I realized that I need purpose, and I'm ambitious, and I need to go out and do things. So I unretired and went out into the world. But now I'd cemented this relationship with this person, and I went back out into the world, and I was like, oh, I can't do the things that I used to do. So how do you clue in quite quickly?
Really?
It's like, okay, so I'm not flirting.
Right.
I'm not going to the club.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the pub. And I have to un everything that I used to on.
Yeah.
And I did it. Fucking did it. And if I can do it, anybody, well, not you, but if I can do it, anybody can do it.
No, I like hearing that. I appreciate you kind of sharing some of that, man. Because, yeah, I think that's just kind of where I'm finding myself, you know. And I'm not – and part of me I'm kind of excited about it. I had like 5 days where I didn't have any interaction with anyone, and I was doing real good. And I started to feel like a good relationship with my higher power. I was like really like, oh, man. I had a little bit more time. I was looking at my place like, oh, maybe I'd like do a art or something, you know, like or get a candle or something, you know. Because like everything in my house is the previous owners. It's like it's all like their stuff, you know. Like there's pictures of their family in the bathroom. It's just like it's.
But don't you also think that when I get a missus, she'll do all of that stuff?
Yeah, but I don't want to just hurry a missus in just to get, you know, a love
Well, you're
seat.
41, you're hurrying nothing.
Yeah? You think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, but women complain about that about guys in LA. They'll be like, I'm not ready to settle down, and there's 57. It's like,
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. See, I don't want to be that guy.
yeah.
I want to at least get in a place now where I could at least try, I think, to have a relationship that was
Also,
like,
I'm
real.
getting big vibes that you'd be an ace dad.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, not you.
Dude.
No, I'm getting like big vibes that you'd be an awesome daddy.
Oh, thanks. dude.
Yeah.
I want to tell you about a company that I've been using for our web presence. They're a beautiful company, beautiful little outfit. And they've started the last website you'll ever need. No more. No more paying 10 grand to get a site or some crazy. This is it. They do it. It's the last website you'll ever need. They did ours, theovon.com. You can check it out. It's just $498 to start. And then after that, it's just $249 a month. And that's it. They build everything. You get on with them. You consult. They do it. They revamp. Revamping. I don't even know what it is, man. It's like sound like a damn, like somebody going to suck your blood. But it's different. You know, it sounds like a Dracula's son who's maybe been doing pills or whatever and got sent up to Alaska for rehab. But this is different. I'm talking about modify.com/THEO. Go there, check it out. They'll do they build the site, they'll do the branding, they'll figure it all out for you. It's the last website you will ever need. It's simple. If you're running a business, they can help. They changed my website. They put it together. They did an update the other day, gave us a new design. Bing. We're living well on the web. Modiphy, modiphy.com/THEO. I want to let you know, I was trying to get a loan, mortgage loan, home. I wanted to get a dang home. I wanted to live in something. I didn't want to be outdoors anymore. I didn't want to be battling the rain. I wanted a mortgage. And the problem was I had some dings on my credit. I mean, like somebody had showed up with a bat and just beat it. Just beat my dang credit like it had been mugged. But I needed help. And so I contacted this company that I'm about to tell you about, man. I'm serious. I contacted this company, and within a couple months, I had the dings off my report, and I was able to get a better mortgage. Bridge Credit Solutions. That's who. They're different. They're backed by a 100% money-back guarantee for any items that cannot be removed off your credit. I needed items removed. I got them removed, and then bing bong, I got the loan because my credit score was better. I can't even tell you how much it changed things for me. You will not find the 100% money back guarantee anywhere else in the industry. You know what you're paying for at the beginning of the repair. It's written into the contract. No job is too big or too small. Bridge Credit Solutions caters to all types of clients. That's right. They will guarantee removal of certain negative items in as quick as 24 hours. Schedule your free audit in 3 easy steps. Zoom or phone call and get a free 3-bureau credit report. $25 value with 30 days of free credit monitoring and identity theft protection when you sign up through this link, bridgecreditsolutions.com. I'm not joking. I'm living in a home because I was able to get it because they help with the credit, man. My credit was banged up. My credit was an ICU, dog. So bridgecreditsolutions.com/THEO. Once scheduled, a Bridge Credit Strategist will contact you to review your report with you. They work. Check them out. If you have the same issue I have, you want to get that loan, but you got some dings. You need the better score to get the better loan amount. Then you save the money on the loan. Bing bong. Yeah, I think I could be a good dad, dude. You know, I think some of it would be a little dicey, bro. You know.
But you must have thought that.
If there's kids at
Well,
your
that'd be a
house.
good dad.
No,
Yeah,
no,
did
not
you?
that. It would be dicey as fuck.
What, for him to be a dad?
No,
For you.
Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm an agoraphobic that can't look after himself. I'm depressed, and I'm full of anxiety. What have I got to offer?
Yeah.
That's it's like I wasn't going to get married and I wasn't going to have kids just because of the nothingness that I had to offer the world where those points exist. And now I've got 4 kids, and it's true, I have nothing to offer.
But your kids, you could put them in another wing of the house, man. You could put a kid in a room until he's 6.
I still feel that way about the kids. You know, it's like I'm like sporadic dad.
Yeah.
I'm watching the football and doing art and writing songs and I mean, like, you know, I am sporadic. Also, you know, that was another thing about kids is that if I'm agoraphobic, if I have children, it will mean that I have to leave the house. The kids will smoke me out of the house.
Did it work?
Not really, no.
But like, I feel that everyone doesn't think they can be a dad, and then it just happens.
Do you think, but that's bad. That when it happens that way, I think it's not really the best way, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Mark is unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm sitting here with him, but, sorry. Yeah. This guy's just one of a kind, man. There's just really nobody like this
You told
guy.
me before, you were saying something, you were describing a bad guy, and then you were like, you're that guy. And I was like, wait, no, take that back. And you're like, no, I was describing him to say you're that guy. And I was like, no. But I do think it is like, I might be that guy now, but in 3 years.
Do you think you could ever get to a place where you could be...
Oh, yeah, I think it.
Really?
Yeah, but like, I think now Rob has made me realize, think away.
Yeah.
And then you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you're not there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're like rungs away from that.
Yeah.
This ain't even a great spot, mate. So you better get over here pretty quick. But then Mark's the guy you go to if you want to know what's going on, what's fun. You know, he like is always kind of keen to like what's good out there. You know,
I'm a fun guy.
Yeah.
Do they have like a lot of? I feel like in England and in the UK, that's all of you guys, right? That they have more superstition than they do over in America.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Is that true? You think?
Well, like I think anxiety in Ireland just comes from your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, "Don't touch chicken ever. You'll get salmonella. You'll die."
Yeah.
And every time now I'm near a chicken, I'm like, I hear my mom's voice, or like prayers, catalogs, whatever.
Yeah, what we are.
Yeah.
Catalogs. We're like lapsed catalogs.
Yeah, we're catalogs.
Yeah, we're
It's
catalogs.
insane though, because you'd be like, don't do that, don't do
Wooden
that.
Christian.
Don't do that, don't do that. You're like, what the fuck should I do? That's where my sweating comes in.
Oh, you're sweating always.
And it's weird too, like in Ireland, if I told my friends I went on a date with a girl, they'd be like, that's gay.
Oh, yeah. And people die in Ireland all the time from coughing and everything, huh? You always see that in the movies. People dying from like,
You're watching movies from the 1800s.
Yeah.
well, whatever, man. I got,
Yeah, that's exactly how
got
it
slow
is.
cable, mate.
Yeah.
We got some.
Pleurisy.
Yeah, really.
What's that movie with Tom Cruise? Far and Away. He thinks it's modern day Ireland. It's like the
I just see a lot of
1900s.
people coughing and not doing well.
Oh, he's
Still dealing with the Spanish flu.
He thinks people in Ireland are coughing into napkins.
With blood on it. With blood. Have you left America much?
Yeah. We did some shows in the UK last year, 2 years ago.
How did they go?
They did well. We did Manchester, London, Glasgow.
He thinks Glasgow's Ireland.
Yeah.
Shout out Glasgow.
Yeah.
And
Glasgow.
somewhere else, brother. Stockholm. Somewhere else.
Stockholm, Sweden.
Lovely song.
Yeah. So it was fun, man. I really liked it. It was, I think, during, I don't know if it was winter or if it was like at the beginning of the pandemic. I don't know what was going on, but it was kind of a quiet time. But Durban. I
What
think?
was the
Durban is Australia.
Durban? Durban's like South Africa.
That's Australia, isn't it?
I don't know where he went.
No, Durban.
This is about, yeah. This is a different time.
So what was the
Superstitions?
Superstitions? Yeah.
Oh, well, like, I in Ireland, here's the dumb one. Touch wood, all right?
Touch wood.
And then I saw a guy after a soccer game one time, and he was like this.
Yeah, that's OCD though.
Yeah.
No, but he goes, why is that? You're like, I'm blessed. I'm saying, Hail Mary, full of grace, our Father. And I was like, that's so dumb. And the next time I had a big exam, I swear I was like this. Hail Mary.
But that's OCD.
But y'all
Is
got
that
more
not
ghosts.
superstition?
Y'all got more older stuff over there. I'm saying because of time and everything, you guys have a
No.
lot more ghosts over there.
No,
Oh, yeah.
you are closer to the woo-woo in Los Angeles than you are in England. It is so more paranormal and weird and UFO-y.
Here?
Yeah.
We actually got a question. I forgot
Okay.
about this. It came in right here.
Hey Theo, my name's Gabby. I'm from New Zealand. Big fan of yours. Actually managed to catch a show of yours like in 2017 at the Comedy Store, really, really randomly when I was in LA for a week just on holiday. So
Thank you,
I
miss.
was really, really stoked to catch that. Also a big fan of Robbie Williams as well.
Not a mark.
And I do have a question for him. I saw him on the Skinwalker Ranch documentary. I was quite surprised to see him there, and I just wondered what sort of interest he had in, paranormal experiences, or if he's had any alien experiences, anything in that kind of realm. I would just be really interested to find
Dark
out.
arts, baby. It's
Yeah.
called space, spirit.
Yeah, I've had loads.
You've been involved with it.
I've had loads of experiences.
And more of that's obviously from the UK.
No.
I just, that's what I find hard to believe, Robbie, is that.
No, listen, I've got 1,000-year-old home in England, right? It used to be
A manor.
Yeah, it used to be one of Henry VIII's wives' houses, right?
Damn,
Catherine Parr. And I feel closer to the weird here in Los Angeles than I do back home. Something like Lost Angels, Los Angeles. So the transmitter that turns on when I'm here, things haven't happened since the kids have been around. But do you want me to tell you my UFO stories?
Yeah, if you got something.
So,
If you're keen to, do you know it?
I don't know, probably.
I am
You need to get abducted.
So I am sat on a sun lounger with a girl beside me. So it's over 17 years ago because of the wife.
They're going to say over 17 years old because
She was over 17 years old.
we've had some issues in our industry.
Yeah. And we're both looking up at the sky. And all of a sudden, I would say the size of quarter of a football field, your football field, square, matte black, just silently came in completely sober, silently came in, and there was yellow underneath it, and it sort of had like this artexing feel with matte black underneath it. It came in silently, and then silently left, and I could have hit it with a tennis ball.
No way.
Really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
And
Yeah.
you saw it.
absolutely, positively.
Did you feel like then that you got to see something like that because you were famous? Did that ever cross your mind? Like, is there a reason why I get to see this? Is it like, is the other side trying to communicate with me?
Well, there is, because of narcissism. Yes, there is. there is that. Yeah, but there's so many thoughts. That's one of them. But I also thought, oh, that's ours. I didn't think it was aliens from a different planet.
Oh, that's huge.
Inside me just went, there's some exotic technology that we're not supposed to have, that we do have, but it's ours. I didn't feel as though it was little green men from outer space.
Wow. And that was in the UK?
No, it was here.
Oh.
The other one is, I wrote this song about alien abduction called Arizona. It's not one of my best songs. It's a B-side. But I'm sort of like listening to it in the studio and smoking a cigarette, overlooking the San Fernando Valley. And you whittle at lyrics to get them right as best as possible. And Arizona comes on, and this gold ball appears in the sky over the San Fernando Valley. And I'm like, nice try, Venus. I know that's Venus. You're not going to fool me. I'm not going to be like one of those woo UFO people.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was Venus during the day.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona, the song ends, the gold ball blinks out, and I'm like, interesting. Put the song on again. So they put the song on again, and the gold ball comes back. Song's about alien abduction, and I'm like, now you've got my attention. Song ends, and the gold ball beeps out again. I'm like, wow, that's a happy coincidence. So I said to the lads, lads, come out and look at this. Put the song on and look over there. Song goes on, ball comes on. Song ends, ball goes out. Wife arrives. Babe, this thing's happened. Come see this. Look over there. Song on, boom, gold ball. Song ends, gold ball comes out. 6 times it happens. After the 6th time, me, the wife, and my 2 friends go back into the bedroom where the studio is, and we go, fuck, what the? And as we say that, a black strip comes through the door about 20 feet away.
Nuh-uh.
Black strip like this, elongates through the middle of us.
Dog.
Really?
Elongates through the middle of us, goes to the window, and then follows itself out like that.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
What, dog?
Yeah, listen, I've got loads and loads and loads
What?
of them.
No, that's too many already, man.
Yeah, I've got
That's a lot.
Fucking.
yeah, I've got loads of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's
Did you feel like it? Okay, so that instance, did you feel like that was like a human, like a person? Did you feel like that was related to any territory or?
If I was guessing, what I think that might be or might not be is interdimensional,
Yeah.
or
Maybe we're trying out something.
or a figment of all our imaginations. Everything's on the table. Nothing's off the table.
Could it be duct tape between different realms or something? You know what I'm
Maybe.
saying? You don't know some of the things that are holding together the
It was
realms.
exactly like, duct tape.
Yeah.
That
Really?
came through the room and then went and followed itself out of the window. Damn. Yeah.
Jesus.
I could see something like that in the 200 years from now. You order duct tape into the room
It just slips
and it
in.
shows up, you know?
Do you know what Skinwalker Ranch is?
Uh-uh.
Okay, Google Skinwalker Ranch and check that out. That's what the nice lady was talking about. I'm on a documentary about this ranch in Utah, I think it is, where things happen.
Really?
Go.
Damn, that's a dark art. There's
It's Post Malone at
out there.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Who's some of my favorite British people? James Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
who
just-
else?
That's just a random. James Blake's a nice English person.
Yeah, I love him. Who else do I think is great? Oh, I know who. Darren Till.
Who's that?
Darren Till, fighter.
Oh, is he a
UFC
fighter?
guy.
Yeah.
Big fan of his.
Yeah.
I don't know that many others, actually.
Is that it? The Beatles?
You. Yeah, the Beatles, but I'm not that big on them.
U2?
U2's okay.
Yeah.
U2's okay.
The Rolling Stones?
Yeah, Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Who else? Black Coffee in Bed. Have you heard that song?
No?
This feels like an alien experience.
What else? I'm trying to think of things that are British because we didn't have a lot of when we were growing up. They didn't even have a lot of like. I remember the map in our town, Canada. They didn't even say Canada on it. It said like it had a picture of a wolf attacking a boy in a coat. You know, and that was the whole thing for Canada. You know, and
If we had a map here, could you point to England, do you think?
no, I know I couldn't point to. I can point to the area that it's in though.
Could you point to Hawaii?
Yep.
Could you point to Montana?
Nope.
See, I can point to Montana. Could you point to Florida?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Florida's easy because I'm from Louisiana.
Okay.
So Florida was like our main. Florida was like the main place you even went. Like if you saw somebody, I remember when I was a kid, if you saw somebody their shirts had Florida on it, you were like, "Damn,
Yeah.
dude, those people are travelers."
What about
you know?
what about Rhode Island? Could you?
No,
I could find that.
nobody
I could
could
find
find
that.
that.
I could.
It's the clitoris of America. But nobody's
Isn't it the small,
finding that
isn't it the
hump.
smallest state?
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
like
You're welcome.
It could. Be, well, it'll get taken over
teach the
soon.
American.
I'm sure it'll get taken over soon. What else do we have? Let's get another good question that came in here for the gents, eh?
Oh, RW.
What's
Yeah,
up, Theo and Robbie? First of all, hope you're doing well. Secondly, I am right now
he's
stuck
rich.
in quarantine for 2 weeks because Australia does that to you. I'm at our Willy Land. Yes, Theo, you got to come do a flip off this ramp back here. So do you, Robbie, actually. My mum would be stoked. But my question is, when do you think the world is going to be back to normal? And do you think it is? And if yes, how long do you think it's going to take? Love yous all. Gang, gang.
I
baby,
love him.
cheers. He's
I
nice.
love him,
Great
by the
energy,
way.
that
You know
guy.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just comes to shows and
Oh,
stuff.
Willie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm big fan.
People love him. He's
Yeah.
he's easy to love.
He is. He's a dude. I mean, I've never met him, but you can just tell that he's the nicest person
He's
ever.
a great.
He's easy
what
to
he
love.
does too.
He came on here. He was on here once. So was Chris Hansen, who you mentioned earlier, was on here
Oh,
once.
really?
I guess we've had an interesting group. Mark,
Man,
we've done it all.
Guest of the year. It's probably the best.
So the
podcast.
question is, when do we think this is going to be over?
Are you shocked at how much because we've already given 2 years of our life to this thing?
Has it
you
been
know?
2?
It's fun. It's been a long time, man. Imagine people. This is shit that breaks my heart when you think of people that was like, trying to maybe women that was hoping to have a child and looking to meet someone,
yeah.
and they don't have that chance now because of. I'm not saying it's not a deadly disease, but it's not this deadly, man. That's my thoughts on it. I mean, I probably shouldn't have brought that into it. But when do you guys think it'll be over? That's a better.
I think every summer we're going to think it's over, and then every winter it's going to come back.
Oh, yeah.
And I every time that I've had a guess at when this is going to be over, I've been completely wrong. So when this started, it was like end of January, February, nearly 2 years ago. And I was like, this is going to be over by June. And now we are 2 Christmases nearly into it, and it's still going strong. It's terrifying. It's terrifying for many, many reasons, but like selfishly and personally, I haven't been able to gig. I haven't been able to do a tour.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hopefully going to go on tour end of next year, but then you see how the end of this year's gone. Am I going to be able to do that? Am I going to be able to look after my 4 kids, keep them in the lifestyle that they're accustomed to?
Yeah.
Who knows? My spidey senses, which was so wrong last time, mine say we've got this for 5 years.
Really?
That's
I thought another year maybe. Well, as you
What-
said, I
where's it gonna
forgot
go?
about. Yeah, I forgot about like summer seems okay, and then winter you're just like, oh, it's a new strain pops
Yeah.
up.
But in some parts of the country, it's not. You can go to different parts of America and they're not even doing
Acknowledging
this.
it?
Yeah.
Really?
And they're not. The hospitals aren't filled. So it's definitely interesting how different parts. It's more catered to. It's more. There's more preventative measures, I think.
Well, there is a topic that it would do us all a great favor if we didn't discuss what we really thought.
yeah. Okay, we'll do that then.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like my love life, where I'm like, I'll fix it soon.
So it's the summer of sex, and then the winter of discontent. Yeah.
Just staring at the wall.
Where are you on the whole, sort of, because you've walked through the horizon. You're past 30 now. You've done a bit of time on the planet.
Yeah.
Where are you with the, is it just like an oblique concept that's out here somewhere, the commitment, the settling down, or is it in the forethought of your mind?
It's in when I'm hungover.
So it's something to feel depressed and anxious about.
Yeah,
when
be
you're
like,
hungover.
oh, that would be nice. It's kind of like the sun.
Or when you need love.
Yeah.
When you need tenderness.
And then when the serotonin comes back, I'm like, oh, I'm having a great time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Do you need to be in a relationship? Do you need to have commitment? Do you need any of
I
that
don't think
stuff?
so at the moment.
But like your moment, you think you're still looking out of these eyes that still think they're 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah.
I don't think so at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to be having a free bus pass pretty soon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
And, it's like, I just don't think so at the moment. Like, I'm in a very happy, committed relationship, and my life is so much better because of it. I don't want to go anywhere or be with anybody other than my wife. That aside, do you need to be in a relationship?
Yeah, maybe you don't need to. I don't think you need to, man. You're doing well.
Do you need
The
to?
ladies like
Do
him.
you need to?
I don't know, man. I
you
I
don't.
always have a problem. I just always think something's wrong. I have a lot of whatever that is. Like, I'm always like, there's always some emotional deficit going on.
The dis-ease.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
It's I have a constant discomfort.
I just
Yeah, I have a constant discomfort. Do you not have a constant discomfort
No, this
because
guy.
you booze and you sort of self-medicate?
Yeah. Because like I'm uncomfortable now. sweating.
Like I've got anxiety now. Let me ask you this, right? You don't have a drink for 4 weeks. What's your mental state like in 4 weeks' time?
Oh, I'm just a bit bored, but I also have pain in my lower back.
Okay.
I quit because
So you're drinking for pain, huh?
no.
Oh, you're an American then.
The stress.
You're in
just
a union.
builds up. I remember I stopped like for 4 weeks a couple of years ago, sober October or something, and I was like, I couldn't lie down.
That's your liver, bub.
No, the pain in my back just was like a knot.
Does your back feel round and it's kind of down over here by the
No,
bottom?
It was there.
Is it here?
Yeah.
Is it there?
Yeah.
That's your liver.
That's your liver, man.
No. This is after 4 weeks.
You think you have a soft
I'm
round
not
back?
drinking.
Yeah, because it's constantly inflamed, and then you don't drink, so you have nothing to numb it.
You're gonna pass
This is a subject we're better off not.
Hold on, so it's not there.
No, it is. Yeah.
It's in the bone.
Oh no. It was like in here.
You're gonna pass a stone one
that's
day.
liver.
Oh right. So, but when I was walking to
You're
the
gonna
liquor
piss a
store,
crack rock, dude. You're gonna pass a
the
stone.
pain went
brother.
away.
Yeah.
Walking to buy booze,
Yeah.
it disappeared.
Speaking of the Rolling Stones, you're gonna roll a couple out of your wiener one day, bub, from all of that drink specials building up in him.
Is that what that?
Yeah, it's your liver.
Dude. Bro, Mark would be the best thing. Mark would be like at the bar, with in some of the high tables. He'd put his computer on the table at like at a nightclub, get his computer out there just at a nightclub, get his ear things, and pretend he was a DJ, dude. So all the drunk chicks would come up and talk to him. He'd be like, "Yeah, I'll play it in a second." He's just fucking emailing
A
people.
nice little tip jar.
Are you writing?
Yeah, I
Are
do a
you
good
being
bit of writing.
creative? Or what?
Yeah.
What's your outlet apart from? Do you have any time outside of podcasting and comedy? Outside of podcasting and comedy, what are your creative outlets or your outlets at all?
It probably has been kind of. I think socializing has been one. So that's something I do want to cut back on, which includes like dating erroneously.
How do you do with socializing?
I do okay. I think fortunately with stand-up, it builds a lot of that is built into it. So it's like I count kind of sometimes stand-up as my socializing because you're at the club.
Do you feel okay? So you feel like your tribe is comedians. So you feel comfortable within that tribe of people?
I think so most of the time.
Outside of that tribe of people, how are you socially?
I like spending time within the recovery room, the recovery group, talking with people like that.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. But I need more time for myself. I got to do some things for myself. I do everything. It's just been work. So I think part of
So
me is just
you're
real
gonna
tired.
you are checking yourself into a men's recovery place to give yourself some space. So you're not. Are you? Is that like rehab or is that like
No.
a meditation place?
I don't know, actually. I'm talking to like 5 or 6 of them right now, just trying to decide, investigating.
And how long will you spend there?
I think I'll probably just do 2 weeks.
Okay. And what do you hope to get from it?
I would just want to I want to build a relationship with my higher power. I want to go over like some intimacy issue kind of stuff. And what else, dude?
Did you have a relationship with a higher power when you were growing up?
No,
No. And what is your higher power?
just God.
Just God.
Yeah.
A God of your understanding or a religious God, a Christian God?
Yeah, I kind of attach it to a Christian God because that's what's most familiar for me. But I think of God. I just believe in God.
Have you had your atheist moment?
I think I did when I was younger. I didn't think that God existed, all this kind of anger. But I don't think I have that anymore. I want there to be a God. I want there to be something that cares about me, you know?
And do you pray? Do you pray in the morning and at night?
Yeah.
And you've started to do that since you were in recovery.
Yeah.
Mark?
No.
No.
Mark, you need it. You need a cup. I'll fire off a few for you, man. Yeah, definitely.
But I was telling Rob earlier, there was a girl recently that I was chatting to a while back, and she was very much into the Bible and religion.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught myself, I thought, I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to read the Bible too.
Oh, yeah.
Not lying in the moment, but afterwards I was like, what am I doing? I can't.
Yeah, you can't read.
Yeah.
What are you
She
doing?
was like, do you want to go to mass? I'm like, it's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, I vomited on a woman once on accident, and and then met her at church in the morning. She's like, "You're not gonna meet me," and I was like, "I'll meet you." And I show up, just eyes just so red, just horrible.
So what was your drug of choice?
I think just feelings, my own feelings, is my biggest drug. Just thinking of just my brain is just my thoughts and my feelings. I never really struggled that much with addiction, with like substances. I think I relate a lot more with like SLAA type stuff and those type of things.
How do you sleep?
I don't sleep that great. I think.
Yeah, me neither.
Me neither.
Yeah. What do you think that is? Do you think we're also just getting to be an age where we don't sleep well? You think there's kind of like a...
Well, a new thing for me, like 47, is like peeing 5 times in the middle of the night.
The worst, man. You can't drink any water after about maybe 7 p.m.
Really?
Because it just keeps coming out of you.
Really?
That's why I see old people, they're just traveling around peeing different places.
Yeah.
They're like dogs, yeah.
Like it's just started to happen.
Oh.
Where I, like normally I would close my eyes, and when I did fall off to sleep, I would stay asleep.
Yeah.
Really? But now I go to sleep and then I wake up 5 times.
Is it that?
For a
Really?
pee.
That? Jesus.
And that's happened in the last 12 months.
Well, there's machines talking in the distance, too, while we're laying there. It's getting fucking pretty weird, That information is traveling through the air into your phones and computers and printers and satellites and all.
Have you been addicted to Ambien at any point?
No, never. I would do it.
What's that again?
It's
It's
sleeping.
a nighttime, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you really?
Was it good?
What'd you do? What would you do on it, huh?
Sleep eat.
Oh, yeah.
So I would sleep.
Get up and have a pie, eh?
So I would sleep eat, yeah. There was one time we were in Ireland and I was doing a show, and they bought €32, so like $32 worth of chocolate,
That's a lot.
right?
Yeah.
And because of Ambien, I ate $32
No way,
worth of
Jesus.
chocolate
Amen.
asleep,
What?
completely asleep.
Amen.
Not knowing
It's like
that
a
I'd done
Japanese
it.
game show.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could do that.
yeah.
That's unbelievable. And did that cause you to shut it down? You're like, I'm going to roll the dice again, see what else I can eat.
No, by that time I'm addicted, so I needed to go to sleep. I'm also on tour, and if I don't sleep and I'm on tour, then I'm gonna just not perform the way that I performed in the last gigs. And oh my god, and I'm tired anyway. So all the way through that tour, I was sort of like living like a monk, food-wise during the day, sort of my body as a temple. But then at night, I'd be taking these Ambien, and then I would be eating the minibar.
No way, jeez.
Yeah, I'd be eating the minibar.
Do you don't remember any of it?
Huh?
You don't remember?
Don't remember any of it. Wow. But also another one was sort of like my security on tour. They'd have the Ambien, and I'd be like, "Can I have the Ambien?" So they give me the Ambien, right? And then I'd go next door, and then I'd have my Ambien, and I'd fall asleep on the Ambien, and then I would get up, completely naked, go through to security room, and have a conversation with them as lucidly as this, but completely naked
And asleep.
and asleep.
That's beautiful.
And then I'd wake up the next
It's
morning.
like Joe Biden.
I'd wake up the next morning and I'd say, I didn't do it, did I? and then this look on their eyes would just be like, yeah, you did. You did do it. You did do it.
Hey, that must be tough to get off.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Because like you said, if you need sleep that much and then you can't sleep, you're like, just give me the fucking pill.
Oh, that's the worst. Especially if you're on tour. Like if you get stressed out, like I got it. If I don't get my sleep, I'm not.
Dude, I've been in positions where I play Wembley Stadium.
Wow.
I'm awake at 12 o'clock the next morning, and I've got to play Wembley Stadium again in 8 hours' time. And I haven't been asleep. And
Really?
there's no drugs. I'm completely and utterly sober. It's just my mind is because you're in front of 80,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
And you've just shared this mass experience with them where you just like, you create your own drug inside of you. So you're creating dopamine, adrenaline, serotonin, but like this crazy amount because there's 80,000 people looking at you. And then you go back to the room and you're sort of like,
Yeah.
But then you've got to go do it again.
Oh.
And that's why touring crushes me. It's like,
Really? Oh.
do you enjoy touring? No, I don't at all. Do you enjoy the gigs that feel spiritual and otherworldly? Oh my God, I couldn't even tell you what they're like. They're unfucking believable. You know that moment where you're in the pocket. You're in the pocket
you're
and
cruising.
you can't miss, and everything that you do, and you just free float. Yes, that is absolutely otherworldly and incredible. How often does that happen on tour? Not very often. Why? Because I've had 3 hours sleep in the last week.
Oh, God.
And you've then got to do the thing. You performers. You've then got to go and do the thing again, which is why that I got addicted to Ambien. Thing that I did last few weeks. Have you tried magnesium to sleep?
Yeah, I have been taking magnesium at night. It helps if I remember to take it.
Yes. So how many milligrams are you taking in that magnesium?
2 pills, 2 white pills of it.
200 milligrams.
I don't know.
So
I feel it. I think I feel it.
yeah. So did you take it last night?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the magnesium's been giving me anxiety though.
Fuck.
Oh, really?
Fuck.
So I've been taking magnesium a lot over the last couple of weeks, and I've noticed that I'm grumpy with the missus.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
are you sleeping?
Huh?
Are you sleeping?
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
Well, there you go. I mean, you can't have it all.
Yeah, but so I've noticed the anxiety too. So I've knocked the magnesium on the head last couple of days, and the anxiety's gone. I don't know.
Oh, really? So,
It's a dirty balance. It's a fucking dirty experiment always going on inside of us, it feels like. It's a real...
What time do you go to sleep? What time do you wake up?
I went to sleep probably about 11:30. Woke up at 3 in a fit of anger for about 40 minutes, and then went back to sleep.
wait, fit of anger in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll figure it out. Yeah.
I've never heard anyone.
So you wake up in a fit of anger about not being able to sleep? Or...
I'll wake up, no, my brain starts thinking about something, then I'll start doing something online, and then I'm angry. Because I don't have a lot of time during the day sometimes, so it's like, oh, fuck, I got a little bit of time. Then I'm too angry, then I need to go back to sleep. So I'll probably get into a nap today.
So what is your...
Nap is good. When you drool, you ever had that?
Yeah.
When your face just kind of orgasms,
Okay,
dude?
but like daytime sleep. Daytime sleep, when you wake up from it, do you need sugar?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I haven't noticed that.
Yeah.
Daytime sleep, if I wake up, I need chocolate or I need...
You're like the groggiest.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
But you're freaking eating chocolate in your damn sleep, bro. You
I'm
damn
not anymore.
Ichabod
I've-
Crane
I've-
out there.
I've knocked it on the head.
Wow.
I've knocked chocolate on the head, cake on the head.
Really?
Oh,
All of
cake?
them?
Yeah.
You can't do away with cake, man. I'll get married just to have some damn cake, boy. I love
I
cake.
haven't eaten cake
Which
in
is your
years.
favorite cake?
I kind of like let me think. I like a coconut cake.
What about red velvet? Because I didn't know red velvet existed until I came to America, and I was
Yeah.
just like, oh.
Yeah.
And have you had this cake, celebration cake?
Uh-uh.
And it's like got rainbow colours in it, and like Skittles in the middle or whatever.
What?
It is.
Really?
Oh, it's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had it.
Yeah, I don't have. It pisses people off that I have no inclination to eat.
You don't
Yeah,
eat.
dude,
There's another thing that nobody touches
Yeah.
on is you not eating.
You
Well,
sick,
no, I
boy.
eat. I eat.
So you're like
sick,
an
boy.
anorexic alcoholic.
No,
Yeah, brother, you're sick. You're sick,
is.
Bubby. Yeah,
He
lay down
needs-
here. We'll take your
He
temperature.
needs help.
Yeah.
I eat like healthy, but like I won't eat it. If you
No,
if you
dude,
put
nothing.
fries here, I'd be like, I'm grand. Like women would get upset if I went to dinner once in the blue moon. They're like, just try this. I'd be like, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Now I just say I've gluten
Oh,
and
yeah.
lactose, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, in 20 years, we're just going to be having smoothies. Nobody's going to be eating anymore.
I had the kids gave me a bug, and I lost 7 pounds in a week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. But I've used it as the great reset, dietary wise.
Oh, you actually, I thought you were going to eat more cake.
No, because I wasn't caking it and I wasn't chocolating it.
How did you cake them? Because
But what I was doing, which was lying to myself, is keto bars.
Yeah.
Have you seen these
really?
keto
Yeah.
bars?
Mm-hmm.
Keto bars and protein balls. So you've seen these like bounce
Yeah,
balls
yeah.
and da-da-da and all of these sort of things. Basically, they should just be like calorie balls and calorie bars.
oh,
So I was not having the chocolate or the cake, but I was nailing these things. So now what I've done with this great reset is I've got rid of those, and every time I want one of those, I go for a banana or I go for an apple, and it's nowhere near as fun at all.
but it works.
But you can't be old and fat.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can be old,
yeah.
but you can't be fat.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying my best not to be fat. Have you ever been fat?
I was maybe fat when I was a little bit when I was young, like in the spring, but not as an adult.
Have you been fat?
I would do it.
yeah, when I was young, I remember my nana called me fat. I was on TV singing, like in a choir,
Oh.
and I had a close up, I think, and I came home. I thought I was like in a boy band, and then my nana was like, "I saw you on TV. You look very fat in the face."
Wow.
Yeah, and that messed me up.
Yeah.
You want to hear a weirder story? After she passed away, I couldn't take photos because I'd always be like this.
Yeah.
And after she passed away, the first photo I took, I was just like,
Oh, Nana's dead.
Wow.
but it's so mean because like I loved her.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, wow, I can smile again.
She died during the pandemic, eh?
Yeah, I actually thought she died like a year before.
I remember you told me that. Yeah.
She was in like hospice. And then I was like asking my parents every day, how's Nana, is she alive? And they're like, yeah, she's hanging on. And I asked like 4 or 5 days in a row, and I was like, this is getting morbid. Like, I don't want to keep bringing it up. I want to be like, so anyway, it's sunny here. So I
So
stopped asking.
was your nan your example of love when you were growing up? Was she just like a wonderful person?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And-
She was, but she'd feed me cake and
Yeah.
food
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. But she did call me fat.
Treat you warmly, though.
Yeah,
But she said fat in a loving way.
Oh, you're fat, Mark.
I didn't feel like it. Definitely.
No, and it would never would.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
But
fat.
I didn't know I did it. My brother saw me fixing my
Oh,
hair.
hang on. So your grandma passed away just recently. So it's only just recently that you've allowed yourself to smile with a fuller face.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, in photos.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like out and about now in Los Angeles, you're like, she's dead.
No, but like if someone takes a photo, I won't go.
Yeah.
You know when you make that dumb.
If they're like, hey,
Yeah.
make the Nana's alive face.
Yeah,
And
I'd
you're
just
like,
be like,
No, I do that a lot. I go like,
really?
and there's another thing that, okay, so side view. So this here, this
Got
here.
it.
Okay, so if you put your tongue on your,
oh, that's clever.
Oh, it makes your chin pop out some, eh?
We should take a photo after the three of us are just like,
yeah, but you haven't, why have you got why'd you do that? Because you've got a chin.
Oh, yeah, I just like having a little bit of hair on there. It reminds me of like,
insecurity.
What are you gonna do? And you're keeping the mullet. I think you
It's
rock,
warm.
You rock the mullet. So,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you've had it forever, right?
I've had it when I was a child. I had it, and then I didn't have it when I moved out here for a while. And then I I just like my hair long. It doesn't feel, for me, it's not like a gimmicky type of thing. Some people get like a gimmicky type of or haircut that, you know, for some purpose. I just feel most comfortable in it.
Is it? Oh, man.
Did you ever go through it? Did you go through
No,
it?
I'm losing my hair.
Oh, he's doing fine.
No, I'm doing all right, but then if it shines on the top of it, it becomes like baby's bum.
Yeah.
So I went to go and have a thatch. I went to go and have the.
I've had that.
Oh, did you do it?
Yeah.
I went to have it done, and the guy was like, "Bad news," because they harvest it from here, right?
Yeah.
So bad news. Your hair is so thin, we can't harvest it from there. We'll do nothing. So I was like, "Fuck that! I'm going to have a second opinion." Second opinion was. Your hair is that thin, we can't harvest it from there. It will do damage. Thank God you came to see us, because other people would have harvested it and fucked it up.
Oh.
So what I did was I had these injections, and I won't tell you how much they were, but they were like a fortune. Two vials of this stuff where they numb your head, and then they do this. They put these vials in, and in 5 months' time, your hair will grow back much thicker, and it costs the same price as my grandma's house. Right? Yeah. Nothing's happened.
Really?
We're now 7 months in and nothing's happened.
It looks
way.
fine.
You can't tell because
yeah.
but like when I'm on stage and there's a 40-foot screen of me at the back and I'm giving it the big one and I'm doing the sexy like that and they're going and then I look behind me. And there's a guy with like double chin and no hair. It's like, thank you for humouring me.
Do you think it's hard to? That's one thing that's interesting about like the way we capture ourselves now, and especially like at your level of fame and popularity that you've had, Robbie. That is it hard to live up to try and always live up to that, like live up to like. You know, because you're captured at such a young, vibrant time in your life that you gotta like, you know.
Well, I was my nickname in the press was Blobby Robbie through the 90s, which really damaged me.
Kind of thicker.
Yeah, not like I have a tendency to balloon
That scone,
up,
huh?
yeah,
baby.
and then go down again. But
That
like
damp scone.
But it sort of it damaged me, and it's something, you know, it's like I don't want to look in the mirror. I don't want to look at myself. If I'm doing a photo shoot and they'll say, do you want to come and check this out, see how you look? I'm like, no, thanks. If I'm shooting a video, they're like, that was a great take. Do you want to come and look? No, thanks. So I just don't like looking at myself, which is another one of those things when people are going, can I have my picture taken with you? It's basically going, hey, you know, all those things that you hate about yourself, now is the time to hate yourself about them.
I was like your rock DJ video where you're stripping naked. It's like ripped and stuff. If I had like a really good video like that and then saw a bad picture, the self-hatred would be.
Well, I'm body dysmorphic too.
Yeah, because
so like being like obese and being body dysmorphic. Like the first time that I was told I was body dysmorphic, a therapist.
And what does it mean, body dysmorphic?
It's
You
just
can't
like you
read
see
that good, or you not read, but you can, not read. You can't like.
No, you think you're fatter
breathe?
than you are.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was like a compliment though when the therapist told me it's like you're
See
body
that
dysmorphic.
good.
I was like, thank you, thank you. But like when you're body dysmorphic and obese. That's awful, because not only are you fat, but when you look
don't
at
know
yourself,
it.
you're fatter than
you
you
think
actually
you're doubling
are.
down.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
God.
But then you know
think
that
I have
you,
issues?
you know that one where you just like, I look awful, and then 18 months later you look at that photo and you go, I was in good shape.
Oh, that's so annoying. isn't
that's
it?
worse.
That's body dysmorphia.
Oh, dude, because
then I
I
have
look at
that
when I
fully.
look at younger pictures of myself, I'm like, God, you were a handsome guy. If I only thought then that I was handsome, it would have been such a different. Instead of every day thinking I was horrible looking.
Dude, you're a
you know?
striking looking guy. You're a good looking guy. Yeah, like saw you in the I'm happily married. Saw you in the in
And
the
I'm
car park.
pretty happily straight.
Yeah, saw you in the car park, and it's like, yeah, Theo's a good looking lad. You're a good
thanks,
looking
man.
lad. Yeah.
I think
you.
like you waste your 20s thinking you're ugly.
Oh,
Yeah.
You spend the whole time like being like, fuck. I remember I'll see a photo and I'll be like, I remember being so uncomfortable that night, thinking I look like shit.
Yes.
I look bad.
Yeah.
And now I see it and I'm like, oh fuck, I was dapper.
Well, let's put it.
why do we do it?
Okay, here's the thing, right? I'm in an L, everything, large, everything. I know I'm an M. I know I'm an M. I haven't been an M for a long, long time.
Wow.
Like, I haven't been an M for 15 years, 17 years, since I met the wife and became happy.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been an M anything. And this is what happens with me and weight is like I get overweight and then I do something extreme to get underweight. And then I get to underweight, but I'm really unhappy because I'm not satiated and my body's going, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. And I'm like, I look wicked in clothes. For that 2 seconds, 2 seconds that happens, the minute you stop being abusive to yourself by, not giving yourself nutrients and food, so I'm like yo-yoing all the time.
I can see
I'm
that.
yo-yoing.
Yeah.
Because
And you're not even yo-yoing, but you're watching the yo-yo go. So it's like you're like judging yourself at every fluctuation of it.
like people
It's hard
taking
being
photos.
alive. It's fucking tricky.
Life is fun.
as we
And
all get
that's-
depressed.
That sounded forced, but I feel you, man. I feel you. Who has that joke? It's so good. No, Norm Macdonald used to tell a joke. People are always like, man, I can't believe it. So-and-so killed themselves. And he's like, you can't? Haven't you ever been alive? That's his whole joke.
By the way, when Norm passed away, I just spent every waking hour listening to old interviews, listening to stand-up sets. Just like there's a channel on YouTube, right? It's like Not Norm or whatever, but he's just the best.
Yeah, he's great.
Absolutely
Unique.
just unique.
He's
adoring.
his British sense of humor kind of, do you think that it cater to? I feel like British people would love it.
Yeah, sort of outsider. Is it British?
Yeah, because it's so dry. Would it
Yeah,
be?
dry.
Yeah, maybe that's the aspect of it. Jimmy Dore, I really like listening. He just had no, who else am I thinking of? Who's a British comedian just had a special come out on Netflix?
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr?
Jimmy Carr, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Dore I like, but Jimmy Carr is a really nice guy. You guys look a little bit alike. People ever tell
Me
you
and
that or no?
Jimmy. Yeah, he's a mate of mine. We do look a bit alike.
A little bit, yeah.
I think we go to the same plastic surgeon.
Give me the Jimmy. Give me the Robbie.
The full Jimmy.
Yeah, let's go one more question, then we'll get you guys out of here, man. I appreciate your time today. What else we got here, Co?
What's up, boys? I have a question for Robbie, if you don't mind. Robbie, some of your biggest gigs arguably have been in Australia, down under. Yeah. I've seen one in Melbourne, and it was massive. Unbelievable. We went with my mum and dad, absolutely massive. What do you love about Australia, Robbie? Theo, I know you've been to Australia as well.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you love as well, mate? Gang, boys, from Melbourne, Australia.
Dang.
Gang. Gang. So here's a bit of anxiety, right? So I was watching, I'm a fan of yours and watch podcasts and always dip into your world to see what you're up to. And there was the Nick Swanson, that's his name?
Oh, yeah.
The podcast that you did with him. And then there was the questions at the end. And I was like, no one likes me. Who's going to ask me questions?
Oh, you thought, let's go to a question, there's none there.
Yeah, let's go to a question. It's just going to be somebody abusing me. Yeah. What an arsehole. Why have you got him on?
I didn't even know where he was going with that question either.
Yeah.
We had a bunch.
Do you know what? I absolutely... here's a question for you,
We've
right?
got a bunch.
Here's my answer. My answer is, if you could be born a different nationality... Well, you have to choose one.
Okay.
Mine would be Australian. I would choose to be an Australian.
Oh, really?
Because I just absolutely love Aussies. I absolutely adore Australia. It's like, if I'd have come from Australia, I probably have a different relationship with it. Like, in Australia, in England, I'm not allowed to be me. I'm not allowed, tall poppy syndrome, kill their own, let's build them up and then kill them and then keep killing them until they're dead 70 times.
Yeah.
But in Australia, they just allow me to be me and my sense of humor, and they don't misquote me, and it's like Australia's like England but without the shit.
Oh.
And I just adore being there because I just feel as though I can exhale. It's like I feel as though I can let the stomach just go. And oh God, I can be myself. So my answer to the question that I posed if you could be born again and had to choose a different nationality, who would it be? Australia.
Wow. Australia. I love Australia too, man. What I love about it is just like the energy over there. People are excited. People are willing to risk their lives every day for nothing, you know?
Yeah.
They'll die for nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they're just it's just a bunch of human Red Bull cans, you know?
Yeah.
They're just willing to do whatever, man. Nothing's off limits there. They're just real, like, loving and fucking outgoing. They'll fucking love you so much, they'll fucking kill you. You know? They're just really, really fired up, man. They'll jump off of something and die, you know, just to give you a note, you know. So they're just, I love Australia, man. I would go Australian. I'd even maybe go dark Australian, maybe like a little mix, maybe white abo or something. Go like grilled Australian, you know. Just to have a little bit of that darker ambiance, but also still be Australian, you know, a little bit more bush, but still whack, you know?
Still a whack. I'd go French.
Yeah, fucking
Just to be
pussy.
a complete cunt. To lean into me.
Oh, yeah.
And I could speak like, no. What do you mean?
My kids speak French.
Oh, my God.
My kids are fluent French.
Really?
Fluent.
How did it happen?
My wife's a Francophile, which means she thinks she's French. She's from Coldwater Canyon, but like she thinks she's French. So my wife speaks French, Italian, and Turkish.
Damn.
And my kids now have conversations in full French.
Really?
Oh, my God.
About me.
Yeah, they're like,
That's espionage, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super annoying.
if my kids were sitting around speaking in French, looking up at me and laughing, I'd be eating chocolate.
Is it Pepe? Because it's a bacini. I must go grand chin with the poker. And you're like, what are you saying about me? Nothing, Daddy.
Love you. And you're like,
You
"Thank
also just did an impersonation of every character from Waterboy, too. So I think, that's insane, though, man, to have French speakers in your own home and you don't know what's going on, dude. That's...
So like my son Charlie's 6, and we were in Switzerland just recently, and I took him out on his scooter, and there was a lady. We call them lollipop ladies. What are they called here? The people that
pedestrian.
Dots, probably.
No. The ladies that helped, or the men that help kids get across the pedestrian crossing.
Traffic guards.
Yeah. Traffic guards, and she looks at me. She goes, "Je m'appelle de vinaigrette," and I'm like, I'm really sorry, Anglais, pardon. And then Charlie, my 6-year-old, goes, the lady says that there is a race in town and there's going to be lots of people coming through on bikes and it's going to be really dangerous. You better go across the road now before they arrive.
Really?
I was just like...
Charlie's taking care of you.
Yeah.
You're getting led around by the 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Charlie. That's a cool name for a kid. I like that
Charlton.
name. Oh, Charlton? Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a risk.
Why?
But Charlton just sounds like, because I think it's a candy also in America, named Charlton's. Oh, it used to be a dance, actually, the Charlton, didn't it?
That's the Charleston.
Oh, Charleston, yeah, close though. So definitely, you could see him doing some dancing.
I've got a Charlton, a Beau, a Coco, and a Teddy.
Oh man, Teddy's Theodore, eh?
Yeah, Theodore.
Yeah, there
Theodora,
you go.
yeah.
Good name.
Yeah.
Where does Beau come from?
Don't know. It just sounds good.
Beau is beautiful, and it's a French name, too.
Do you ever watch The Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
watch it.
Beau
yeah.
Duke.
Oh yeah.
How's that spelled?
B-O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how I wanted Beau to be spelled.
Oh, yeah, that's
because
how I
of
thought
the
it was
Dukes of...
spelled.
No, it isn't. It's
Oh, it's
B-E-A-U.
You lost that battle.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but like...
In your head, you're like, B-O.
Yeah, it's still be a...
One of my good mates from growing up is named Beau, actually. And Beau's a popular name in Louisiana.
Yeah.
It's a real
I
popular name.
think
It's a
Beau...
rednecky name, right?
Let me think. It can be, but it also is kind of like an affluent name. So I think it depends on how you spell it. B-O is probably a little bit more rural.
Right.
And then B-E-A-U is a little bit more like French, you
French,
know?
yeah. Beauregard.
Yeah.
See, I'd have wanted Bo to be called Beauregard.
That's a good name.
No, it's fucking not.
Beauregard?
No, it's not.
Beauregard!
Beauregard, there's no.
No, yeah.
We had a
I'm
black...
from Stoke.
Yeah.
From Stoke.
Dude, yeah, but still, dude, you need to be from East Sussex. Is that a place? East Sussex.
It sounds like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about?
Okay, so here's a question for you, right? Anxiety. How's your anxiety been during? Because we're heading to the end now, aren't we?
Yeah, of course.
So how's your anxiety been through this podcast?
Mine's been good until you asked me a question.
You've just been the audience.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
just been popping in.
You've done a great job of being that. Mark's very supportive. I will say it's one really. I mean, he has a lot of great characteristics. One of them is that he's very supportive. He's a good comedian. You just can't understand what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost trickery because he can be like, "I'm great at this," and then you just don't know what he's talking about.
My new thing is to explain the joke to the audience. I'm like, all right, this is why some of you didn't laugh. Let me enunciate.
Do you worry about that being in America and being successful in the career that you're choosing to be, but in a place where they can't understand you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate it.
Yeah.
Do you clip your words so that people?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh.
Like instead of like, if I say the path, I have to be like, oh, I was on the sidewalk.
Yeah, but not. It's not like bonnet, boot. It's not all of that. It's your accent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be like, if I call it out, if I say like, I went to the bar.
Yeah.
And then people are like, he went to the bear, and I'll be like, oh, I went to the bar.
So
People know you're at the bar.
Yeah, but like,
No doubt about that.
yeah, but like if you're road testing material, and you're like that didn't work. It's like, do you know if it didn't work because they just didn't understand
That's
it?
why I have to figure it out. Yeah. I'm like, oh, if I even say like the star, like she had stars on her ceiling. She had stars on her feeling.
That's a rash, Mark.
But I was like, why do they not get? And I figured out then they think I'm saying she had stairs on her feeling, her ceiling.
Right.
So I'd be like, oh no, stars like twinkle twinkle. Yeah. I just have to explain it a bit more. I have to treat the audience like they're dumb.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
We're getting dumb here, dude. America, we're getting dumb fast, man. There was one more interesting thing I was going to ask you, but I think I almost forgot what it was.
Wait,
I don't get too much anxiety around you. You're very welcoming. I think you have a very welcoming and inviting personality. You ask a lot of questions, and so I think I don't feel a ton of anxiety around you.
Do you, when you do podcasts, do you revise the night before, or do you just rock up and hit it?
Sometimes I revise. When I talk with Mark about you coming in, like, I know about your career, but I didn't know like what your energy was like really. But Mark, just said you're basically just a pretty normal guy to be around, and that it's engaging conversation. And so I didn't think too far past that. We got some questions from folks. And then, I just like to kind of see what's going on with the day. But if we had an author come in, then we had an author come in the other day. And so with him, we went through and read like half the book as much as I could.
Do you think Joe Rogan sort of just rocks up these days, or do you think that he puts in a bit of...
I think it's a
revising
mix.
time?
I think Joe Rogan, and this is something I learned about him recently, was that he always was very... People would say he talked too much, he said. He said people when I was younger would say, man, you talk too much, And then look what he did with it. He is extremely curious. So he has, I think, a very curious nature. So curiosity, I think, if you have it inside of you, it makes your brain, it like gives your face questions all the time to ask someone. So if your curiosity is really working, I think my curiosity works better when I'm feeling good, when I'm not like in a space of self very much, where my brain isn't kind of worrying about things in my own world. So I think the healthier I am mentally and stuff, the more curiosity I have and the better I do. But what do I think Joe does? I think at this point he probably has enough comfort with how to do certain things.
He knows the mechanism.
Yeah.
Do you when you're doing podcasts, do you find that you are insanely concentrating? Do you find, like, for example, when I'm doing a podcast, whether I did one interview where I was asking the questions, but the rest of the time I'm on podcasts, I am just hyper-focused.
Wow.
Are you hyper focused in these moments, or I was watching you do the Nick Swanson thing, and it was just chatting the shit between two people, and it felt very natural and it felt very comfortable.
Yeah.
Because if this is on and I am here, I am just like I've taken 7 Adderall. I haven't taken 7 Adderall.
Let me think. I guess I do feel more focused than usual. It's kind of a respite from the rest of my day, so I'm grateful that I have to think about other people and, just be involved with others. So that's nice. But do I feel hyper-focused? I think it depends. I know that people like when people are just having a conversation, when it doesn't feel sometimes like there's a ton of planning, I find. So...
And what does the rest of your day look like?
The rest of my day looks like I'll probably patch up with these guys and make sure everything's good. Look at some social media clips and stuff like that. I got to check in with a sponsor. So I had a little bit of a falling out with a sponsor, so I need to check in with him and decide what I'm going to do.
Are you on meds?
No. I've been off for like about 2 months, but it's also scary because I feel like because I got on them like 15 years ago. So it's like,
why are you off them?
I think because I felt like I wasn't having a lot of feelings. So I'm like, is one of the reasons I'm not having feelings because I'm on these meds? Like part of me, I was thinking sometimes like it's hard for me to I feel like if I want to like fall in love with somebody. So I was like, maybe I'm numbed.
Maybe I'm
not feeling love because I don't.
And how do you feel about that being 2 months off them now?
I feel like I have a lot of I've been kind of like a little bit more tearful, honestly, dude, a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
So that's been a little bit, kind of almost a little bit alarming. But then part of me is like, maybe there's these feelings that have been needing to get out for so long and they haven't. So I just don't know.
For me, and I am not.
Yeah.
Obviously,
We're not doctors.
We're not doctors, and I'm not suggesting.
We've never had a doctor in here.
Mark's a doctor.
Mark is.
I'm
dude.
not suggesting anybody do
Yeah.
what I'm doing at all. It's not what I'm saying. Just how this is working for me. I'm on motherfucking meds, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Wow.
That's it. I am totally in. I don't need to go and evaluate, see if there's some feelings that need coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Is that I spent, I would say, 1990 to 2006 in abject misery of some form or another.
Really?
Because of my poor mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to waste another second in there.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And that's for me, it's like I'm in the relationship with my missus. I've got the kids. For me, it makes total sense just to be like, okay, this is my life. This is what I need for it to happen. This is what I'm doing.
Wow. I think about that too. I think about getting back on, actually. Yesterday was the first time I thought about it.
What were you on?
Just on sertraline or something, generic Prozac, I think. Fluoxetine, something.
What milligram?
Pretty low dose.
Like 10?
Yeah, maybe 15.
Okay, it's nothingness. Yeah. And have you not had the zaps? Bzz, the coming off them? How did you wean off them?
I weaned pretty decently, like cutting down pills, getting the smallest pills and then cutting them in half and stuff like that. No, I haven't had anything like that. I've just been more emotional, I notice.
Yeah.
Like I'll start talking to somebody and then I'm bawling up and they're like,
Really?
sir, this is a Carl's Jr.
Well, you know,
and we're closed. I'm like, sorry, mate.
But that happens with me. Is like I all of a sudden we'll just and my wife will be like boozy and I'll be like
Really? No way.
But what I've done is forgotten to take my meds for 6 days.
Oh.
But I don't know that I've forgotten to take my meds until and every time it happens, I forget that that's why I'm crying.
Oh.
And it happens twice a year, where I'll just be like, and my wife will be like, because like she responds so much better to tears than anger. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like, I am angry about your timekeeping. And she'll be like, and then like I get in trouble for being angry about her timekeeping. But if I went, I don't know what to do with your timekeeping, she'd be like, I try to make it better. But it's the weirdest thing with the meds where I just forget to take them occasionally. And then I make a solemn swear that I will never forget to take them ever again because it's really bad. And then I just forget.
Do you ever feel though, like if you take the meds, you're giving it? They're like there's some like big pharmacy system you're giving into. I don't know if I feel that way.
Oh, I've never taken meds and never cry, so I'm the opposite of both.
No.
But I just wonder, why would God put us together where we don't, or why would we be put together where we need some other thing? It seems like we would be okay. But maybe also having meds could be just a side effect of where we are as a population and species in time. Like
That one.
we're way different than what
That
things
one.
used to be like.
Yeah. The past is a different country. They do things differently there.
That's a great statement. The past is a different country.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's all sorts of changed. That's why everybody's frigging mentally ill now, is because of what society is doing to itself. And if I can just have like a breather, if I can have something that gives me a breather from myself, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
It's kind of like, why would you get a haircut if God didn't want you to?
Why would you put on clothes?
Yeah, so like it's kind of like
You're giving into Balenciaga.
those cheap shoes.
Oh, that's a great joke. Maybe we'll finish there.
Can I ask about your teeth before you go?
Yeah.
Are they yours?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks, man. Oh, wait, actually, these two are fake.
Are
Yeah,
Are
these
yours?
The canines.
Yours are yours, yeah.
Yeah, you got good teeth, man. You got good white teeth. Mine is getting a little beiged out.
No, yours are. He's got American teeth, doesn't he?
I gotta
You've
shine
got
up.
such
Really?
amazing teeth. Yeah.
Wow. When I was young, I had spaced out teeth. You know.
And then did you have a retainer?
Yeah, I got the retainers. Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could go back, but it's all good.
I want teeth like you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go and get
yeah.
some teeth
Really?
in a bit, yeah.
Can I
don't
come
know.
with you?
Yeah.
You kind of, I feel like you have that kind of like Andy Dufresne, like runs a train, like you were like a train
Yeah.
conductor kind of vibe.
You have that.
You don't want those bright white teeth that people
No,
get
you
in like
do.
Zimbabwe or something.
Oh no, I don't want a mouthful of teeth like that. I want yours.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
fuck-
but you look as though you've got a mouthful of teeth. They don't look like yours.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
What is it? What is it? Right? Economic background when you're growing up, not great, right?
Yeah, not good.
Shitty.
Yeah, shit.
What is it about your economic background growing up? Shitty. Teeth, amazing.
Yeah.
My economic background growing up, shitty. Teeth, brown and bitty.
Yeah.
And what happens? What's the psyche with America and the psyche with the UK and Ireland, where we're just like, fuck teeth?
Maybe in America
Yeah.
they think everyone can be a movie star.
Do you think that's what it is?
Well, they can, because you possibly can.
Yeah, like I just don't think like teeth are down the line.
yeah.
Like haircut, nails.
Yeah, I mean, it's past liver for you, isn't it?
Dude. Well, I think generally, like, I also notice, like, if you do, like, a lot of, I thought when I was in United Kingdom or Britain, that they had more, a lot of the women, the men were better looking than the women, I felt like.
That
And-
would make sense.
I thought that, and it could have just. I didn't see a ton of couples. I probably only saw about 80 couples, and a lot of lonesome men, which is my audience. But which I'm grateful for, guys. But I felt like maybe the women was more. You see a lot more tanned women as well. Like the fancy women in England is real tanned up, and
Fake tan.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
popular thing,
They ruin sheets.
That's one thing when you arrive in Los Angeles. Just the amount of good-looking women is just
Yeah.
unbelievable. I know we touched on it before, but it's. I remember like getting here and I was just like on a sidewalk at the lights, and I just thought I'm gonna count every fit woman in the car. I was like 23 at the time. I'm gonna count 50. See how many fit women there are.
Oh yeah, they're all.
And I'm just like 1, 2, 3. Oh. It was like the ratio was 50
Yeah.
to 50.
Really?
Yeah. It's the fit to non-fit.
It
That's
is
true.
unreal here.
yeah.
That's true. People are just at least fit. They're like they fit well. Yeah, people could do a medium here and they're okay. Do you think that, oh shit. I don't know what it was. It was good though. Oh, did you ever hire one of those dating services if you got some money to help you find a decent lady? Because I wonder if when you're popular at your level of fame, how do you seed out?
I didn't want to be in a relationship, so no. But I would have done if it had have carried on for longer. I met Ida when I was 32. I'm now 47. Yeah.
Well, you look great for 47, mate.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so I probably would have done eventually. But at that point in time, I didn't want to be in a relationship, so no, I didn't.
Imagine you on Tinder. Like
Raya, innit? Are you on Raya?
Yeah, it's awful.
Is it? Why is it awful?
Because you just you match and you talk and then it stops. It's very
Why does it match and talk and because there's bigger, better offer?
There always is on that side, all right.
Yeah.
It's based,
Shaq is on there, I heard.
yeah, all these famous people.
Yeah.
So if you're not Diplo.
Yeah.
If you're not Diplo, you're not getting a look in. Is that what happens?
You get an initial look in, but then they'll match with someone else.
Yeah, they'll look out.
Yeah, the conversation is very, how's it going? Not too bad. And you? Done.
What are you on those things?
I'm not on. I think about it sometimes, but I'm trying to go the other way right now. I got to get a little bit of space. But I just don't need to be doing anything because I'm just feeling compulsive about it. That's what I'm overall working on. It's just compulsivity.
Find someone you really like.
Yeah.
Then don't be a cunt.
Yeah. And that's a possibility too. I want to leave that door open for myself.
That's all you've got to do.
The second part is hard.
Yeah.
But then,
I don't know. I also think there's a time in your life where you get to where you're ready to do that. And I think it's part of me feels myself getting there a little bit.
Bollocks. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what
bullshit.
you're saying the whole time.
That's what I was saying the whole time. It's I wasn't ready at 32. Apparently I was because I have been since I've been 32. It's like you are ready now.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. If she comes in and she makes you laugh and you trust her and you like looking at her, marry it. Marry it, and then, like I say, I'll swear again, don't be a cunt, and then you win.
Yeah. Now, I when you were saying that, I got a bit anxious.
Yeah.
The marry it?
Yeah.
No, the whole it's that easy. Those three things.
Oh yeah.
I got anxious. I was like, but what if there's another girl? Who's also.
But that's gonna happen. That's gonna
Always.
happen always for the rest of your life.
Yes.
But then I'd be like, you wait here. I'll be right back.
Then that happens with me when I'm watching the television. And like, yeah, this happens all of. And then I go, oh yeah, this happens all of the time because it's that thing
being aware.
That's
inside
nature.
me. And then it's like I have an amazing wife who's fit and great to look at, makes me laugh, and I trust her. And what would I be swapping for?
Yeah.
What would be better about any of these other people?
But here, I'll swap for the possibility.
So that's something then. So you got to look at, what would you swap for? And sometimes you never make a list of the values in the one thing that you have. And so there's always that's what I noticed too. If I don't ever really kind of make a list of what with this, I have always have a friend. You got a teammate, a freaking somebody to do things with. If you never really list that out, then you'll just always think there's this invisible idea of something over here that's better. That's what I noticed. I have this invisible idea that I've never even looked at. What is this idea?
Yeah.
It's just a fucking, and then you get over there and it's just some fucking lady smoking outside of a building. You're like, who is this?
Like an oblique Morpheus, just blob of an idea over. It's the sort of greyish with tinges of black, and then you're sort of I don't know what it is, but it's better.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's always going to be out there, man. Thank you for your time today, guys. Yep.
Cheers, boss.
Robbie, Mark, it was a pleasure, man.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take a little time for me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine.